Welcome to the second day of the Forum Perspective Virtual Middle and Far East think tank on architecture and interior design, organized and created by the Plan Magazine. I'm happy to introduce today's speakers, specifically Infajan and Xiaozhou from Atelier Alter Architects, the two founding partners, as well as the founder and director from AOE, Mr. Larry Wen. Along with them, I'm happy to introduce today's moderator, Mr. Gianni Ranaulo, founder at Gianni Ranaulo Design. And I'm happy to pass the word on to him for a few considerations on the topic and introduction of the panel discussion. Good morning, Gianni. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for inviting at this very pleasant moment of confrontation. The contemporary production is basically in architecture. The consideration is the application of technology in architecture. They have, for me, kind of two ways to see. One is the creativity, how we can extend the brain, our creativity, thanks to the technology. The second thing, it can be the tools for create more fast and more accurately. The image we can produce is for the way contemporary use computer, iPad, iPhone, and we can work on this, that they can extension of our brain, actually. Another point is the visualization, the VR opportunity. I can proud to say I was one of the first to discover the VR and apply in architecture when I designed my dream arena to can produce, to can visualize immediately something 3D in immersive way and let the people to visualize your architecture and they can also interact with the creativity. The second point of this application of VR is for better comprehension of the scale of the project to sell better the project to the client. And another part is the realization. For me, is the modelization CAD, BIM, and all these tools like Grasshopper, because this kind of project, if we imagine in my generation, we draw with pencil and with rapidograph, with the rotring. And I remember reading a long time ago an article with Frank Lloyd Wright in the 30 years. He was amazed to discover the rotring. We start to use the rotring, the first rotring with the 02, to draw up to this drawing in brush, water color, and pencil. Today, architecture has always been a valuable field for the technical technology research. And of course, with discovery, become the quick and the essential tools for the design. The software make possible to build some complex shape, not only in the design, but the realization. If we imagine Frank Gehry, if we don't have the tools we have today, he never can realize what he realized in the last couple of 15, 20 years, like Fondation Vuitton in Paris or other projects, very complex. One point important, but we don't need to mistake the illustration by architecture. Architecture is one discipline where we start just only what I said, from the creativity to visualization to realization. Today we have another danger, in my opinion, is the AE. It's a fascinating tools to can working in this world of AE, but the risk is we delivery our creativity to the one tools is basically one algorithm they create for us, and we lose the control of realization, what we are supposed to create. I mean, we have one important time-lapse timetable where we can use some tool to improve our creativity, but we can deliver it to the tools and to the technology. This, in terms of, I talk about creativity, our job as creative, our job as technical skill we create with experience, with years, with study. I think we can start to...
Absolutely, yes. So thanks, Gianni, for your first considerations, and I'm happy to pass the word on to Atelier Alter Architects, who are kindly invited to share the screen and begin their presentation.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good morning. Thank you for introduction, and I'm very honored to be invited in this panel discussion. Today's topic is about the new craftsmanship. Our topic is how to bring old to new. A very brief introduction to our team. Our team name is Atelier Alter. This is Yingfan Zhang and this is Xiaojun Bu. Basically, we both graduate from Harvard Graduate School of Design, also graduate from Tsinghua University from China, and Yingfan graduate from Cooper Union from New York. Both we work in United States for 4 or 5 years, and then we come to China. We have been practiced for 12 years in China, Beijing. Today's topic is about craftsmen, but when we review our works over years, basically our team is about research and practice as a whole body of work. Basically, we really focus on how to critically create, and also we always go back to research of human culture and also cultural artifact. In this topic of craftsmen, basically we thought we treat craftsmen as part of cultural artifacts. With that said, we bring our first idea, which is knowing the feature of the traditional material and bring it to the next level. Today, we're going to bring you guys 4 projects specifically really looking at the expression of the material, the expression of craftsmen. The first one is Yinliang Stone Archive. This project is a renovation project happening in 2015. It's an empty space, and our client is a stone manufacturer. Our clients basically establish business based on a very heavy, very labor-consuming industry, which is stone. Based on the study at the very early stage of the design, we really looking into the space represented from the very famous photographer Edward Bertinsky. Through these photos, we really looking at huge nature scale beyond reach of human scale. We get very fascinated through these images. Based on that, we also studied how the industry function carried in terms of how they treat the material of stone from raw to fine. Since like the process of the industry, and then we just pick each process of the stone. Some of the stone are just waste material in their junkyard. We just move it back to the site and we retreat it and cut it in a small cubic. And some are just some trash of the stone industry. We reorganize it and we reslide it and put it into a new way of organization, interior design. So the whole process, the whole idea of the design is really to express, articulate the ambition of how to push the boundary of the possibility of the material of the stone. So this is the final looking of the facade of the building. So we really looking at how can we mix stone with air to make it like a transparent wall, and how to mix light with stone. And also we work with local working people and make it a new way of to pile stacked stone together. So these are very thin slice of the steel plates. So also the tectonic of the building interior is really developed from the way of how people to treat huge weight of stone. They just split it. So the interior space is very clean cutted. So that's the waste material of the stone. And also we use parametric design to express the softness of the stone. So the stone is articulated through thousands the triangle of the stone, but make it like a carpet or softer landscape. And also the lightness of the stones. We also looking at, a robot manufacturer way of treating stone. And then also we design very thin laminated marble lighting. We design all these furnitures, trying to make the stone soft and very light. So the second idea is leading the traditional material to new form of existing. The first project is Woolly Epoch Cultural Center.
Regarding to the Woolly Epoch Cultural Center, what we have interior and exterior landscape. We have a 270-degree panorama for the project, and the whole project is based on the courtyards of Chinese garden, and specifically it's about the the sort of Prince courtyard within the Forbidden City. And we use the courtyard language, we convert it into a series of pieces of walls, and we create a sort of curved wall. And with the curved wall, we create interior and exterior courtyards. And it's a response to the landscape of the side, and also we have exterior landscape twist inside out for the project. So as you can see, the landscape penetrates the whole project from interior to exterior. And you can see that distant landscape is within the frame of our interior landscape. And you can also see the brick manufactured, the masonry construction is also used in our project. It's a new masonry we created, and it's a kind of traditional construction material for the Great Wall and also the courtyards of Beijing. And we also have aluminum panels and masonry blocks for creating a second nature landscape for the interior. And the second nature landscape and the first nature landscape create a sort of dialogue for the project from interior to exterior. And it's a landscape inside out for the whole project. And you can see connection from interior, architecture, and landscape. The three disciplines work together. And we also have a new project from the Atelier. It's a conversion from a transformer factory into a cultural center. Specifically, it's about an immersive theatrical district. We have the main theater here, and we have some, backstage joined by different building blocks. It's a conversion from an existing factory into a cultural project. And as you can see, we maintain the whole, the original structure here, and we create a zigzag pathway to the top. And we create two kind of perspective for the immersive theater. And in this project, in terms of construction and, craftsmen used ceramic tile construction, and we renew it into a ceramic tile with curtain wall. We create a new detail for the project. And we also have a series of flying paths penetrate through the roof of the original building. And we also have some new construction, new structure dug into the existing house, the existing wall. And we have new created window into the existing masonry wall. And in terms of the tradition of the city, we have the tile, and we converted into this kind of curtain wall system with the ceramic tile. And we have the tile digitalized, and we created a new syntax for the construction technique of the city. So this is the old construction, and this is the new construction.
Yes, you guys can see that this renovation is seated in an ancient city of Dali. The city has an age of like 1,000 years. So you can see from the pitch roof that all this traditional roof has these gray tiles. So we use this tile, but apply it on top of the curtain wall, but mixed with a very modern way of usage, and also put it on the pavement. It could be very nicely mixed together with the ancient city and the new construction. Also, the translucency of the marble is also part of the traditional usage of the traditional material from the city, because the name of Dali is actually meaning of marble. Dali is from the name of marble. So we reuse the marble, but make it very seamless to elevate it to a new reality of that old material. So all these slides that we are flying through is trying to use traditional material, but mix it with a new age of our modern society. So we have also some interior design, but this is all part of the stage design. So it's a very modern way of, how we rearrange modern life. So there have a stage design. It's a lot of young people will go there. They will go there and enjoy the performance of modern art. Okay, so this is like an aerial view of the building, the old building. And the last idea is bring memory of the artifact to the future of urban life. And the project name is Wuhan Culture and Spa Center.
Yes, we have a pathway system on the roof of the project. We create a rooftop park for the project, for the cultural center. And beneath the cultural center, we have 4 sectors. We have the library and the showroom, and we also have the theater. We have the swimming pool, and we also have the basketball court. And the whole design is based on some syntax transformation from the ancient Chinese bronze technique. And we, reinterpret cultural artifacts into the construction material. We use this marble and ceramic blocks to mimic texture of the ancient metal. And we create a different kind of panel for the landscape, surface, and the curtain wall to create a kind of new construction syntax for the project. This is what we have on the landscape of the project.
The coordinate that we are calling the Frank Gehry, in that aspect, we have to use very advanced design technology to apply ourselves to these sides of huge scale of the projects.
And we're trying to maintain the ancient aspect of the material of the construction.
Now it's at the final age of the curtain system.
Those are the materials. Okay.
That's for today. Thank you.
Thank you.